We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Karma with the Lost MC. I don't know what's going on here. I guess we'll find out shortly, maybe. Yeah, sort of, kind of, maybe. Yeah. Can't I? my gun. What are we doing? I don't hear any in-game talking. Yo.
Scoot over.
Hmm?
Scoot over.
Jesus Christ.
You can't even remember what you're trying to do.
I heard an instance where in which somebody
Hang on a second. Why are you calling him Mark?
isn't his name Mark now? Mark Moon? Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. So basically, he had an instance where the Red Room got a little touched a little bit, and people were looking for him, so we changed his name to Mark Moon. And he has one eye now.
He still goes by Wildcard.
Does he?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. That's a question.
No,
I-
he doesn't.
No, No? Okay, because I'm going to be honest. I'm not too clear on that answer myself.
I think he goes by Percy or something like that. Percy Jackson.
Okay. Well, I'll have to get that figured out, but
But-
that's neither here nor there. Anyhow,
So I heard about an instance, and I don't know if anybody else has witnessed it or recalls any similar instances in which somebody had a bit of let's say a moment. They were having a low point and ended up in the hospital. And behind this person's back to other members, they chastised them, said that they were not a good fit for this club, that they shouldn't be a member of this club, that they should have never been prospected to begin with, and basically chastised the hell out of them. And I've heard him do similar things to prospects, and again, prospects are prospects, but that's why at the last church, and again, Charlie, you won't remember this, I'm sorry, but that's why I brought up having a baseline respect, like, and telling prospects if you feel somebody is being unnecessarily disrespectful to you to the point where it's not hazing anymore, it's just being an asshole, then bring it up.
okay. Well, I mean, if this is the truth, then I would hope that I would hope that somebody would pull Mark aside and have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen him since, and I don't know if I'm the person to do that, because I'm going to be honest, he hasn't liked me since I was a hang-around.
Maybe it'd be funny if you do it. It'd be interesting.
But I've had a couple people bring it up that they feel that he speaks to them in an unnecessarily disrespectful way. Or he's quick to jump on the shit talk the prospect and the new members and
Can
stuff.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you specifically what a person, somebody in our club did? What it was?
So Firefox, and this is secondhand knowledge because Firefox is having memory issues too. So this is the best recollection I have. Is Firefox had a bit of a mental break, and some events led to her being in the hospital. I don't know if she attempted to end her own life or what, but I believe that was the case, and hit an incredible dark spot. I've spoken to her. She's doing better now, and she's regretful and all of that. But then somebody else had let slip to her and some other people that were present that Mark had chastised her for her low point. And not like subtly, like, oh,
Well, one thing I can tell you is if we did have a member try to take their own life, as higher ranked members or officers of this club, we absolutely should not be demonizing them. We should not be belittling them. We should not be doing anything whatsoever to make them feel like they are something less.
And frankly, that's why Firefox has gone nomad, is because she felt after she heard this that she wasn't
Wait,
wanted.
Firefox went nomad?
Yeah, her, Blackbeard, and Alfonso all went nomad at the same time. And
Jesus Christ. Like, how long was I in the fucking hospital?
A little bit, but she wanted to go nomad, and I tried to convince her about it, and I had like a real heart-to-heart with her, and we sat up on the side of a mountain, freezing fucking cold. We talked about it for a good little while. I said, if that's what your heart really wants to do, I'm not going to stop you. But I told her, like, you got an entire family here in Los Santos and Lake County that, they love you and they don't want to see you go anywhere or anything bad happen to you. So I told her to give it thought, but she had ultimately decided that she wanted to take the nomad route because she felt that she wasn't, like, she felt like she in her own words, she felt like an outsider of the family. She felt like she wasn't really wanting anymore.
Who the fuck is approving nomads? Did you do that?
Wildcard, and what he said.
I said, who's approving nomads?
On what I said before.
I did.
Yeah.
People's
Figured.
time of darkness, we don't.
From what I've heard, it was our vice president who did.
one of our bylaws
Interesting.
says that we don't discriminate against people, right?
Does he even know how to do the paperwork?
Exactly.
For race,
I'd hope
creed,
so.
color,
Hmm.
sexual orientation. Guess what? Mental health and defect would be part of that. That pisses me off.
Trouble's expecting me.
And I don't know if anybody's talked to him about this or not, but
I don't know. I haven't seen him since.
I guarantee you I will be.
But it's a, from my understanding, a reoccurring issue because he was always harsh when I was a prospect. You know, he talked down on me a lot when I was a prospect and stuff like that. And
He
I
did
feel
with
like
me too.
I feel like it's past hazing. And
You want me to pull out a tree shaker and go shake some branches?
taking your shit out on prospects.
Yeah, go for it.
I
And,
I imagine Karma's here pretty quick.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my
were
gosh,
your
you
ears
summoned
burning?
her.
Go
You
fucking
suck.
figure.
You fucking summoned her.
Your
He's
ears
a
are
witch.
burning.
They
Burn him
were.
at the stake.
That is fucking crazy.
They were
That-
talking shit the whole time. I swear.
Yeah, fair.
I'm gonna go have a conversation with Karma, but
but I want to watch.
you can
Watch
come
from a
with.
distance.
Yeah, I don't want to be
But,
too close. I don't want to catch any stray bullets or knives or claws
Right.
or hooks.
I
Anyhow,
learned how to
How you
bite.
doing, Karma?
Doing good.
See ya.
Or teeth.
Mm-hmm. It's much more
Let's go outside.
personal. Okay, let's go outside.
Always been a fan of stabbing over shooting.
Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of people out here.
Holy shit! There's a
Oh,
lot of
What the
people
fuck?
here.
Fucking
Why did you
jeez,
guys
what
all
the
come in? What the
fuck?
hell?
Yeah, good
Right.
To see you, good to see you. at
You
your
guys,
promo.
you guys
Your
could have
promo.
all could've come in
Jesus.
here.
Hey,
How many of y'all were just waiting out here and didn't make a noise? Just ha-
good to see you out of your coma. Once you're done your coma,
Well, I
get your fucking
think we
bag
should
back.
probably
I told
send
you
a
I don't
couple
wanna see you
peeps
around
somewhere
here.
park then.
We're all in there just holding hands and you guys are just waiting?
Out here having a drink.
Surprise party or something.
Maybe.
Did we just have the one prospector?
We
Yup.
had two.
Two.
Is the other one still outside shoveling?
I think there's another one
I
outside.
was-
See anyone outside?
I was shoveling.
As fun as this is.
Karma
A
out
lot
here?
of us here.
What's up?
I'm gonna go
That's
talk to
Karma, you
Karma.
good?
Have fun.
A long time no see.
What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Nice hair.
You as well. Thank you.
At least it's not blue.
You really
Yup.
want me to go home? I will.
At least it's not blue.
But I'm gonna talk to Karma first.
Can this fucking snow fuck off?
Right? I don't know. I don't remember any of this shit. So
You good?
yeah, I'm good. I'm just learning that people are telling fucking stories that I was trying to kill myself or some shit.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Oh yeah,
But a lot of
like,
people have a lot of concern over things that you're doing and shit, and kind of made me aware of it a little bit the other day when I got out. So just wanted to make sure you were good. You ain't talking to motherfuckers, people who give a shit about you. You just kind of blowing them off and being your own person, doing your own thing, and being a fucking wild child and getting yourself in shit. I mean, what's going on?
What I mean, I'll be honest with you. I have no fucking clue what's been going on.
Huh?
I literally just got out of a coma.
Glad to see you made it out.
and I mean, hell, I didn't know that Cassie was pregnant. She fucking shocked the shit out of me with that.
There's a lot of pregnancies going on in the club.
She, I didn't know that Scout had proposed to Audrey.
Shit, I didn't either.
Yeah. Well, sorry to ruin that for you. I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on. But I'm hearing that Phoenix was telling people that I tried to wreck my truck on purpose or some shit like that. That I drove my truck into the water, which I'll be honest with you, fucking pisses me right the fuck off.
So what happened?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Then how do you know?
Because I know if I was going to do something, how I would do it.
Okay.
And the only reason why I know how I would do it is because I've been there before.
I think a lot of people have, man.
After I lost my parents, a lot of people don't know this, I turned to drugs and alcohol. Really
Yep.
fucked me up. Messed me up big time. To the point that I took a shotgun and I held it to my nose and I was ready to pull the trigger with my fucking big toe.
Okay. Thank you for not.
And I've always said that if I was going to do it, that's the way I would go out. But to find out that people are spreading rumors that an accident on a snowy road could have potentially been on purpose pisses me off big time.
I get it.
Because that's disrespectful as fuck. That's all I'll say about that.
What you need?
I'm gonna take a local nomad with me because I gotta go down to 114 real quick.
Why don't you take a member with you? There's a shit ton of them in there.
Because I'm
Is your
probably gonna
threat,
go to
like-
bed after.
Is your threat like of your life? Is that you guys all this shit sorted now or what?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go to bed after.
So take two of them and have those two come back after when you go to your house.
Okay. Yeah, because speaking of the threat, I haven't heard or seen anything from them lately, so I don't know. Yeah.
So, anyhow, I don't know. They said something about me walking off, and you know what? Hang on. Let me go get Scout real quick.
Hi.
He seems to know a lot about this,
I don't
so I'll talk
really.
to him.
I mean, in all honesty, Trouble, I don't really want to get in the fucking gossip festival that's happening. So that's why I'm talking to you about it. I don't want to hear hearsay and shit.
Okay. I mean,
ain't high school.
I can't tell you a whole lot of information because I really don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I never heard anything about you intentionally driving a vehicle to end your life kind of shit. So that's, if that ain't the case, then why are we stirring it up with a bigger spoon?
Yeah, that's kind of my thought too, you know, and that kind of pisses me off that people would be saying shit like that.
Sure.
But apparently, Prez wants me out of here, so I guess I'm going home for the night.
Okay.
I don't know why, but okay.
Yeah, no clue.
I was telling Scout, you know, like, if I ever do push you guys off, if I need time to myself, I'll tell you I need time to myself, and I'll take that time to myself, and I'll come back, you know? I've done that.
Okay.
Wow. I've done that before. You know, this isn't the first time I've, you know, apparently this is not the first time I've told people I need time to myself. Hell, remember when Hulk got ran over?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I just need a moment to myself. Sometimes I need those moments. I really do.
All right.
And I'll take those moments. And then I'll come back and I'll clear my head. And I take those moments to just clear my head. That way I don't blow up at the people that I care about most, like you guys.
I don't know. The only thing I heard is that a lot of people were talking about having concerns over things about you, things like that, and then you kind of essentially just pushing them away when they try to help or try to figure out what's going on so they can figure out a way to help you.
Karma, what's one thing you know about me?
You're a stubborn-headed motherfucker.
Yep. But if I need advice,
You
do
reach
I
out
come
for it.
ask for it?
And then you are in a relationship with a fucking prospect?
What?
Are you in a relationship with a prospect?
Since when?
I'm asking. I don't know.
News to me.
Somebody named Paige or some shit?
News to me.
Okay. Yeah, no clue.
Yeah. Like I said, there are the times that I need by myself. I'll take them to myself. And when I need advice, if I need help, I'll come and ask for help.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
I've always been that way. I don't think I've changed. But when I need the time to myself, I need that time to myself. Because if I don't, and if people keep pushing me, then I will blow up at them. And you know this.
Yep. I'm the same fucking way.
I don't like to be that way.
I don't mind it. Some people just need to learn.
Yeah, I think so too. You know. But I've always been the same.
Yeah, but
And
you gotta
sometimes-
understand something, Trouble. When you put yourself as the heart and an emotional support animal of the fucking club, and then when you start acting differently, people are gonna have concerns over that.
No, I don't know that I'm the heart and the emotional support of this club.
You are. If you haven't figured that out yet, then you need to get with the times, man.
I mean, I try to make sure that I put everybody in this club in a position where they will be successful.
And imagine that other people that notice that and see that on the daily with you, and then you're in a different state or you don't seem to be doing good, and then they need to step the fuck up for you and you don't let them, that's a problem.
No.
Because then that's hypocritical bullshit.
That's my stubbornness,
Mm-hmm.
my pride, my ego getting in the way.
And then the way the human brain works is people fucking assume the worst case scenario about this, that, and the other that they don't make sense out of. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's necessarily a nefarious action on certain people. They're just confused because you won't let them in. When you'd be that person to stand in front of their face and make sure that they knew how much that they meant to you and how you want to be there for them and that you are there for them, which generally allows them to open up and do what you're asking them to do. You getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay. Two-way
But,
street, my dude.
Sometimes, and I guess I'll just have to talk to every single person in this club and make sure they completely understand where I'm coming from. Like, if I need a moment to myself, I'm going to take that moment. Then I'll come back. Let me clear my head. Let me make it so I don't have a wall built up, because I do build walls. And I build fucking strong walls. And I'll build a lot of them, too. But if I can take that moment to think, I will slowly start to tear down those walls. And when I come back, I'm more apt to listen to what people have to say than if I just let them come at me whenever I'm at my
Ow,
weakest.
what the fuck?
You get hit with the snowball.
Yep.
You also got a spider on your shoe.
I like spiders.
Me too.
All right, well, I'll leave you do your thing, whatever. But if you need my help, you let me know.
Karma, I can always use your help. You know that.
Mm-hmm. I'm noticing.
I don't know exactly what's going on right now. Like I said, this fucking vehicle accident. Cassie told me where it is. I'm going to go up there and look, see if I can figure it out.
Okay.
You know, it's on my way home. I'm guessing it's on my way home from here.
All right.
I'm guessing I was going home. But for sure, I mean, what it sounds like, I was going home and like my F-350, the ass-in loves to kick out at it. Looks like it was on a corner, and it looks like that's probably what happened. My ass-in kicked out, fucking rolled down into the ravine.
Yeah, it's possible.
You know, it's kind of what it looks like, or kind of what it sounds like to me. But I don't know. I do know this though. If I was ever going to do something to hurt myself, it would never be in a vehicle accident.
Well,
The stupidest.
I'm gonna
fucking
tell
thing.
it to you like this: you ever go that route and you fail, I'm gonna fucking end it for you.
No. Karma, can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
This club is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Best thing that's ever happened in my life.
Good.
You think that I would give it all up just because?
I think the mind has a funny way of playing tricks on what perspective is.
What do you mean by that?
I think it would be easy to, well, I mean, there's so many factors and influencers, right? In the day-to-day. It's really easy to let the brain just kind of do its own thing and make something into something it isn't. And all it takes is a moment of absolute fucking weakness.
You know what really shocks the shit out of me though?
Hmm?
So apparently there was snow on the ground whenever I wrecked. Why is it that, like, if it was anybody else, I almost guarantee you the conversation would have been, yeah, probably got slick, fucking spun out, wrecked their car.
I don't know.
So just because I was having moments of weakness, it's automatically I did it to myself?
I think there's just there's an aura of mystery surrounding it from what other people have seen. I wasn't around, so I was in fucking prison, but I think people interpret things in their own manners and their own mindsets.
Well, people need to stop fucking interpreting and wait for the truth, because there's always three sides to every story, right?
Yep.
Your side, my side, and then there's the truth. Or your side and their side and always the truth, or my side and their side and always the truth, whatever the case may be.
Is the Prez pissed off at you or something? Like,
I don't know. I'm going to go have a conversation with them and find out.
okay.
Yep. So let's find out.
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Looks good.
Appreciate it. Everything cool with you?
It's at Mirror Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
We just need cuts. We'd have the ones we have now that say San Andreas. We'd have ones that say Los Santos and ones that say Blaine County.
I'll speak with my guy and see how many more we can, like how many more designs that we can slap on there.
Even if we could just change one of the, like one of the rockers where it says "Loyal, No Mercy" or something like that, or TLMC, LF.
Oh yeah, like it's all yours, the sergeants and the VPs all have the TLMC. Actually, I think so does the secretaries. I'll say the TLMC on there. So just change that to either Los Santos or Blaine County.
Blaine
Or
County.
LS and BC.
I think LS or BC would be too small. It would look a little weird.
The bottom rocker is supposed to say your territory, right? So if you're in the state group, then it would say San Andreas. If you're, Los Santos charter, your bottom rocker would say Los Santos. Blaine County bottom rocker would say Blaine County.
Or why don't we just do a round circular patch right side up or above the fucking, like, right side flare that says BC or LS on it.
Do that too.
Easy.
Or we could put it below the left side flare.
Like
No,
under
it
the
should be up.
membership.
Proudly display it. I feel.
Did you say?
Yeah, we
call
could replace for the charter positions. Replace the brass knuckle patch that you have, and so does VP and sergeant. Replace that with LS or BC, depending on the charter.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is there gonna be two separate?
I like that too.
Is there gonna be two? I mean, we're doing Blaine County and Los Santos. I'm assuming. That's the idea.
Probably.
Okay. Is each one gonna have their own cabinet or?
Yeah. That's what I was just talking. Just like like Prez, VP, Sergeant Arms, and like Treasurer, you know?
I think treasurer personally, and this is my opinion, I think treasurer should be more of a stately position because it'd be easier if one person's handling all that stuff than having two different people and then...
Yeah, but having two different chapters and
That's
trying
true.
to figure
Those
out
are two different books.
finances.
Now, what would happen to the road captain position? Would that just kind of poof, or would that become a cabinet position or a state position?
That one I'm not sure of. Not sure.
You almost have to have a road captain for each.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can, I feel like
have one for each chapter.
I feel like the most we'd be able to twist an arm to get is 5 officer positions. So that would leave enough room for like a president, a vice president, a sergeant, and 2 enforcers, or an enforcer and a treasurer for each position. I feel like 2 enforcers gives a nice balance of enforcers. That's just my line of thinking. But
I mean, technically, right now, with how many members we have, we should have 5 enforcers.
we should. Well,
Just
because
saying.
my thinking is Reapers has 10 officers, or 10 positions for officers that they're allowed to have, and they have 4. I don't know what they call their equivalent of a cabinet.
Council.
Round table.
I think
Or something
councils
like
is
that.
officers.
Round
and
table.
Round
Something.
table. Yeah.
I don't know,
Round table
some
is what they call it.
King
Something weird.
Arthur shit.
Just denotes equality. That's all.
But so and the idea I've heard and is that members won't specifically be split up into charters, correct?
Say that again.
The idea that I've been told or rumored to heard is that members won't be split into charters, correct? Like they'll be like, it'll just be the officers that are specifically split, like your LS and your BC, and then members go wherever they're needed. They get divided to where they're needed.
I don't know yet how would work that, because we would need to fill those charters, but
Should have members situated in either one and structured as such on the roster.
The issue I see arising, and the issue that I was told, is that kind of creates a very clear divide.
it shouldn't have to do with nothing divide. It's basically manning our properties, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, and if we speak in like a term of what it would be like in a greater universe, you would have your national chapter with national members, and then you would have each other little chapter that is, you know, whatever city. Like if you had like you know, Mirror Park, they would have their officers, their structure, and their members for that. And it's the same thing with, you know, Blaine County and stuff like that. You can't necessarily have a structured you know, chapter with no members, because without members you don't have a chapter, you know. I would say that is their preferred place to be, but you know, it's not like, hey, you know, you get on the Lost and just because you're a LS chapter member, right, and there's no one down there with you, then yeah, obviously, yeah, come up and go where your people are or whatever, you know. You don't want to be down there by yourself and get fucked up or whatever, you know. I would say, but like when we hit a minimum, you know, like say we get like the other night where we had 17 fucking lost on, then everybody needs to be in their chapters. It keeps the government happy, and it keeps fucking skybox shit from not happening and all the other bullshit that we have to worry about day in day out, you know. So that is the whole point. But like unless if like we're running, like say we got like 8 of us, you know, I don't really give a shit if all of us are in Stab City. But if like we have the other night, you know, 17, we made up the entire city almost. We need to divide and conquer.
I think there definitely should be a threshold of like once we pass this number, members need to be divided into their charters. And I think like as you said, like a tentative, like you're an LS charter, but you're not restricted to LS kind of thing.
I mean, because just think how badass that would be. We're sitting there, and you know, like you got some like you're not Stab City, you're in Mirror Park, and you got some confrontation with another crew or some shit, and you cut on the horn and you call for fucking backup. Next thing you know,
that's
you
exactly
hear
what I was thinking.
rolling thunder coming down the road, and here comes 10 more fucking lost motherfuckers from Blaine County. That shit would be so dope to see.
Plus, it gives more opportunity for us officers to have a little bit more movement in where we're at, instead of, you know, like we've gotten to a point where we're pretty much locked up.
Well,
it just
see,
gives a little bit more
way
opportunity
I'm
for
gonna do
initiative and progression.
way I'm basically gonna do it is just like how it was before, and I'm getting a little, well, I think I'm getting a little bit of pushback from our VP about it, but I'm gonna let whoever's in charge of that charter, you run that charter. Like that is your baby. You run that charter, as long as you follow, you know, the rules and bylaws. Like that is, you don't need us to micromanage you. Now, if we start having a rising problem, so that's when we'll step in and we'll figure out what the fuck's going on, right? But that's the way it should be. You know, you guys, whoever is in those positions should run those charters, period, without us coming in and, you know, and if any state member or national chapter person comes in and starts trying to take the show away from whoever down there, then that shit needs to be told right away. But it's like, it's not official. I just wanted to get your guys' input on it. That's the way I want it to be.
I personally would love to see it that way, because at the same time too, it also gives the illusion. Like I know, like a lot of you, our leadership right now has a hard time being around as often as some of the officers. It gives that illusion that those positions are being filled still and still being worked, and you know, even when like our sergeant at arms and all, like, you know, Love J and all, but he's not here. I'm feeling surrounded. I'm backing up into a circle a little bit more.
So here's the question: why not just do the LS chapter and a BC chapter and LS not the LS, but the San Andreas chapter and a BC chapter, or do the San Andreas chapter and an LS chapter?
You can't do a San Andreas chapter because that represents the entire state and affects the territory of another group, another chapter.
Yeah.
Touché.
I mean, generally speaking, being a 1% group, you claim state regardless, right? But we could still be 1% and claim territory in either place. It's just how that is showcased on cuts. You know what I mean?
Having the Blaine County and the LS charters, and then also having the, you know, that divvies up the two charters between.
Would the state just be made up of the cabinet then?
Cabinet, yeah. It would just be cabinet members.
Okay.
We'll just say fuck it. We'll just change ourselves to a nomad.
Yeah. Nomad charter.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to talk about fucking tough? There you go.
But yeah, no, like I was saying, you know, having the LS and BC charters, you know, divvies us up while having cabinet as our national charter. That still tells people like, yo, we run this fucking state.
Yeah.
So here's another question. Church always still combined?
Shouldn't be.
Nah, I would say you guys like each chapter would all for their own church, right? And
kind of what I thought too.
And then like at the end of the month, we can just have a big church for, you know, there'd be the officers of each chapter and the national come together. We just talk about finances and how everything's going, and if they need anything, and there's that. That's how you keep the open line of communication. But every charter should be running their own way, doing their own thing. within our bylaws and within our rules and everything. You know, they shouldn't be writing their own bylaws, none of that shit. You know, so like
so
but
like
each charter would make their own deal. But you know, once again, if like they start making deals where they're doing drugs, then national charter's gonna come down and we're gonna clear a fucking house.
That's where you almost have to put back in the bylaws that the national president has the final say. It's not in there right now.
Yeah, because a lot of those things were tidied up because they didn't make sense for how things were with when the guidelines changed.
Well, it would be nice if the national side had the founder, co-founder, and then the state sergeant, right? And then every other the two independent versions of the club for the North and South each have their own independent cabinet as well, as it is structured currently. And then, like, let's say church is over with between, the LS chapter and the Blaine County chapter, then that cabinet or those three highest in those each of those club go and speak to the national side, just so everything is communicated and calibrated.
Yeah, that'd work. And what we could do with church is, because we're supposed to have, we don't do it, but we're supposed to have church every weekend. The LS and BC charters could have, their own separate churches every weekend, and then like the last weekend of every month could be the national church.
See, I think every weekend might become a little excessive for a lot
Every
of people.
weekend or something like that.
Like a fixed month, like a minimum of once every month. But like I feel like if there's like deals going on, like like for example, say the Reapers one day said, "Hey, we want to start buying, sourcing our guns from you guys, and we want to have a set deal every week." Then you call a church on that weekend for that charter and say, "Hey."
Yeah.
But
it's all very doable.
I feel like it's what would work best, and it allows more opportunity for progression and growth as a club than how we currently are. It's one big happy family. Don't get me wrong. I love
being one big happy family.
I love being a happy family and all, but I'm getting tired of some people stealing my roast beef sandwiches, and a little bit of separation would be wonderful.
Wait a second.
I only did that once.
I thought roast beef sandwiches were still on the table.
Now they're in the fridge.
Well,
okay.
You know what I mean.
Hopefully.
They're in the fridge, and the keys are under the rock last time I checked.
Oh, okay. All right, just making sure. Still the same spot, right?
Yeah, last I checked. Fucking
Okay.
been a while since I've checked. Hopefully
good to
you
know.
fucking
Good to
moved them.
I'll tell you what, Prez, I'll reach out to my guy who helped make out the patches and all that we have our card cuts, see how hard it would be to make a new set. But in my opinion, I don't think members should have specialized cuts based on charter because of the flexibility of it. Plus, it would maybe make a few too many versions, if you know what I mean.
Well,
because there's already
what we could do is go back to how they were before we got our previous cuts, where there are, I don't know how well the government, I don't know how how much the government would be in agreement with this, but we could go back to having 3 separate sections for the cuts. One section for national, one section for Blaine County, one section for Los Santos.
They will not appreciate that very much.
Yeah, I don't think so, but
I'm telling you right now. And the problem, if we had every member cut have a definitive LS or BC on it, problem lies as there's already 8 versions of a member's cut with all the diamonds.
It would be really easy to implement LS or BC onto a cut just using a patch or flare.
Yeah, but we'd have to make it would essentially be 16 versions of the kite. It would always, it would double it.
Easy,
yes. However, the state might get angry with how big the number gets, or the government. And that was a concern when we were trying to fix some other issues. But I'll talk to my guy and we'll see See what can be done.
Oh,
Did you just fucking slow?
he did.
Yeah, of course.
But if we do split, I'm just saying I want to go to LS.
All right, bye. Get the fuck out of here. Just kidding.
Okay. Where the fuck did my car go? Somebody tart my car? That's messed up.
Oh, fuck
What
was
car-
that?
Just
what car
ask
was
where your
yours?
car go.
Where my car go? It was the muscle car that was over here.
I was parked out front. Oh, that was yours?
You don't remember where you
Ah,
parked?
well.
Yeah, where's
No,
my
I parked
Hummer
right
at?
here.
Yeah, I seen Casey's run out of here with a white Hummer.
Why the fuck would Casey's take my Hummer out of here?
No idea, man. Just saying.
Oh, I'll kill a bitch.
Well,
What if it's a guy?
Still a bitch.
Guys can be
Still a
bitches,
bitch.
man.
Fair.
Click.
Yeah, that was
Oh, that was
delayed.
delayed.
That
Holy
was very
shit.
delayed. He flinched.
Well then.
Anyhow, Prez, you got a minute?
Yep.
Let's go
I
chat.
do.
Ironclad and Prospect. Who's this Prospect standing here? Is this Paige?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to go down to Mare Park and help out Crow and Dimitri with what they're doing?
I mean, I was
Yeah,
gonna literally just go
that's
fucking
fine.
check on them, but yeah.
Cassie, you can go too if you want to. It's up to you.
Why can't I get out of this?
I want to stay here in the camp.
You motherfucker.
She is gonna kill
you-
somebody.
If you want to stay here, you can stay here. But yeah, I'd like at least two of you to go down to Mare Park and help out Crow and Dimitri.
I'll
go
probably
wait
head
for them
that down there
outside
too, so
sometime.
that we've got an enforcer down there with them.
Yeah, they're big boys. Got a president up
Alright.
here. We got to protect.